welcome back to a new episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. I'm Olivia.
Mark.
And this is a new episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. These are all the new books for March 25, 2020. That's a Wednesday. It's always a Wednesday.
Always.
I have a game of Animal Crossing. It's new, and I want to play it right now, but I can't. And this is the second time we've done this.
Yes, it is.
So...
Wow, what a hostile beginning.
Hey, Mark, you want to start?
Yeah, sure, I'll
Go
start
for
again.
it.
Alright, Fantastic Four, Marvel Snapshot #1. Written by Evan Dorkin, art by Benjamin Dewey, and cover by Alex Ross.
Well, Moore's also writing it, not just... It's not various, it's Moore.
It's Moore. And the Moore is Sarah Dyer.
You want me to tag off so you can go play your game?
That's not allowed. There are.
Our tour through Marvel history continues, showcasing Marvel's greatest characters from the Golden Age to today, all through the eyes of ordinary people. This time, writers Evan Dorkin and Sarah Dyer and artist Benjamin Dewey, yes, tell the tale of the 10-year high school reunion of the Fantastic Four's own Human Torch. His hometown of Glenville, Long Island, is going wild. And it's so funny, Rick.
You're going so fast.
Oh, I'm trying to get her on her game
Because
here.
the first time he read it, it was super slow because you couldn't understand what it was saying because it's so long.
And we see it all through the eyes of the Torch's ex-girlfriend, Dory Evans, and reporter Marcia Hardesty. The preparations, the Torch's long history in the town, the festivities, and more. But there's a strange distance between Johnny Storm and his old schoolmates, one Dory knows all too well, and Marcia is determined to get to the bottom of. Featuring ex-villains, strange souvenirs, a weenie roast on the beach, and of course the hulking Inhuman known as Lockjaw.
Inhuman Hound.
Hound, sorry. And don't miss the festivities. He's not
I think
actually.
you missed Hound the first time.
I probably did. He's not really a dog.
The last time they had a story like this, where, like Johnny Storm and reunions and stuff, I think he was getting married. I don't know. No, it was when Ben Grimm and
Alicia.
yeah, when they were getting married.
Oh,
and they were like, oh, it's a real marriage this time because the Torch was gonna marry Alicia.
But she was a Skrull.
Yeah, and Mole Man was there. Because he married She-Hulk or something.
Oh, interesting.
She-Hulk married somebody,
Okay.
but she was a Skrull also. No, she was gonna marry Johnny Storm, but she was also a Skrull, I think.
Oh, okay. Well.
I don't know. There was something like this whenever the marriage, the big wedding arc was happening, and it was Mole Man. Mole Man showed up. And Mole Man's in the current Fantastic Four. He was on the cover last week. I like Mole Man because I like moles. Oh
Oops.
From Beyond the Unknown, Giant #1 is one of those bees from DC. This issue includes these news stories. In Gloom, a 16-page Green Lantern story written by Dave Wilgaz and art by Kenneth Rockefort. Green Lantern Hal Jordan, no commas. Green Lantern Hal Jordan is responsible for policing all of Space Sector 2814, but more often than not, his attention is on his home planet Earth when the alien bounty hunter, almost said booty hunter, Funga crashes to Earth. Pursued by a team of murderous vigilantes, Hal learns the truth. These rebels have taken justice into their own hands, and Hal himself has been found guilty. The Butler, an 8-page story, Commandy. Written by Mark Guggenheim with art by Steve Pugh. On Earth AD, after disaster, which we've established means after the post-apocalyptic thing that Commandy lives in with the talking animals and dinosaurs. The world is a very different place. Dash. A post-apocalyptic wasteland full of talking animals and other strange sights. While exploring his dystopian home, Commandy, the last living human, stumbles upon a robot butler patiently awaiting the return of his human masters, who disappeared years before. Commandy takes his pity on the loyal butler, which is kind of weird, he's a robot, and tries to reunite him with his long-lost family, however unusual that reunion may be, because they're dead, because he's the last human. Stealth Mode, an 8-page Legion of Superheroes story written by Dan Jurgens and art by Jurgens and Norm Rapmund. In the far future of the 31st century, the the superpowered teens, known as the Legion of Superheroes. I didn't know they were all teens, but I guess they are. Protect all the citizens of the United Planets, but when Legionnaires Sunboy is 2 words,
I guess,
and Wildfire are kidnapped, their teammates must infiltrate a mysterious ice planet to try and save their friends and the planet.
I'm assuming there's some reprints in there as well.
It wasn't. That one was a giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those are the new stories.
Yeah. They usually at least say there's reprints, but I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Killing Red Sonja #1 from
the short
Dynamite. Mark Russell and Bryce Ingman and Craig Russo is your creative team. In order to become queen, Sonja the Red had to defeat an evil emperor, but that emperor had a son. Yeah, and that son will do anything to exact his revenge, even if it means embracing horrible magics he does not understand. Don't miss out on this series that will affect the Sonja series for years to come. Riggs, what is so funny?
Just listening to you.
What?
I'm listening to you and it's making me laugh.
Okay.
Marvel's Avengers Black Widow #1 from Marvel is Christos and Gage. And Michelle Bandini. Former Russian spy Natasha Romanoff has joined S.H.I.E.L.D. They didn't put the periods in S.H.I.E.L.D.
They did not.
There's always periods in
They're
S.H.I.E.L.D.
supposed to be.
Oh my god. But when a specter from her past resurfaces, where do her loyalties really lie? I'm assuming this is like a thing for the movie.
It's a video game.
Oh, it's a video game one?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Gamerverse thing.
And what is the source of her deadly feud with the villainous Taskmaster? Solve the mystery in this adventure leading up to the upcoming Marvel's Avengers video game as we explore a key episode from the dramatic saga of the woman called Black Widow. The first time she showed up, she was wearing blue. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, No One's Rose from Vault Comics. Emily Horn and Zach Thompson writing. Art by Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque. Centuries after the fall of Anthropocene, the last vestiges of human civilization are housed in a massive domed city powered by renewable energy known as the Green Zone. Inside lives teenager 10, with 2 N's, Gavrillo, a brilliant bioengineer who could rebuild the planet. But there's one problem. Her resentful brother Saren is eager to dismantle the precarious utopia. A gorgeous and green solar punk world filled with strange biotechnology, harsh superstorms, and divisive ideologies that will tear 10
ideologies that will tear 10 and Saren down to earth as they fight.
It's Frank Herbert Jr.
Better Earth.
There you go. What?
Yep. Frank Herbert Jr. wrote that book, The Green, whatever. That sounds like the book.
Does it? He gets no credit whatsoever on this.
The Green
I
Zone.
think it's based on that. Yeah.
Well,
I guess we'll see.
I guess so.
Road to Empire with the Y. Kree Skull War #1. From Marvel with Robbie Thompson and Mattia de Ulis and Javier Rodriguez. The build-up to Marvel's massive event series of the spring begins here. Isn't it going to be a massive event? Because I feel like it's a lot less built up than like War of the Realms was.
Man, there's a lot of books though.
Oh.
There's
Well,
a
then
lot
that's
of
why
books,
it's
a lot of
massive.
time,
It's
yeah.
not big as in important, it's just a lot to read.
Well, yeah, I don't know how important it is, but yeah, but there's a lot of books.
Okay. But in actuality, it began a millennia ago with the challenge on the moon. In the wake of Incoming, which was only 2 issues and there wasn't a lot of it. They were like, Incoming's gonna be a big deal. Okay.
Somebody nobody ever heard of got killed, and now it's a big deal.
Everything has changed for the Kree and the Skrulls. And out in the cold on the earth, the Warner family from Meet the Skrulls, that was a good series, I liked it, need to work out what has happened and what it means for the future of their family and their race. See, nobody cared about Meet the Skrulls but me. And you know what? Now this massive event, we probably have the trade for it though.
Probably.
If they made one, then we have it.
You can come by at any time. We're open.
Yeah.
We're not quarantining.
And you can't show up, we can mail it to you.
We can mail it to you, and we can also bring it out to your car if you want to do the curb service thing. It's true. We're doing that.
And that means educating their kids on just how the Kree and the Skrulls first went to war. So it's probably gonna all be a flashback. Or like a storytelling to the two kids. Although didn't one of them die? I don't know. I didn't finish it. I read like 3 out of 5.
You cared so
but
much.
I have all of them.
Okay, Super Duck. Number 1 of 4 for mature readers.
Mature from Archie Comic Publications?
Indeed. Go figure.
Is it Archie horror?
It doesn't say horror, man. I don't know. Frank Thierry and Ian Flynn. It doesn't look horror from the cover art. It looks like Donald Duck or something. But anyway.
It's a Super Duck.
Ryan Jampole. That's what she's... Duck. Super Duck is the greatest hero of Ducktropolis. Brash, arrogant, and virtually unbeatable, he's defeated all threats to the city and routinely foils the schemes of his greatest rival, criminal genius and corporate billionaire Dapper Duck. But now, 3 years later, Super Duck has fallen on hard times, down on his luck, and with his superheroing days a distant memory, he is reduced to appearing at comic conventions for measly appearance fees. So when he's approached by a rival of Dapper to be his personal bodyguard / accompany him on his many adventures, Soup has to decide if he's ready to don his cape once more in this series for mature readers.
He's a Duck Soup.
He's Duck Soup. He's down on his luck, Duck Soup.
That was a
like Los Hermanos Hernandez, or the brother, like the Love and Rockets book. Duck Soup.
I never read that.
Oh no, that was like Love's what? No, there's one called Duck Soup. Maybe it's Duck Feet. I don't know. Never mind. Transformers versus Terminator. Has that happened before?
I don't think so.
Huh.
I don't recall that.
Interesting. Number 1 of 4 from IDW. Duh. David Mariotte and various Marriott. The Marriott. And Alex Milne. It's Skynet versus Cybertron in a crossover for the ages. 1984. When a deadly race of machines emerge from another time, will a robotic guardian be able to protect the Earth from a dire future? ... Or will the T-800 fail in his mission to prevent the world from becoming a plaything to the Decepticons? Question mark.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
and it's finally here.
The last one. XO Manowar. Yet another relaunch.
Well, I meant that the Exo Manowar is finally
Oh,
here. Because
okay.
we've had that cardboard cutout in the window for a while that was impossible to put in there. And I got yelled at because I didn't want it to, like, crunch. And then he just kind of shoved it in there. I was like, okay, I was trying to keep it looking pretty.
Well, maybe you can get it out of there soon.
That's going to be impossible.
Dennis Hopeless Hallam writing and Emilio Laso with the art. Eric of Dacia, a 5th century warrior catapulted into the modern day, has been bonded with the sentient alien armor Shanhara. Together they are the most powerful weapon in the world, Exo Manowar. As a mysterious new villain arises to threaten the world, will this ancient warrior evolve into the superhero we need today? Wow. If he hasn't done it the last 20 times they've rebooted this thing, I don't know if he'll do it this time.
Well, that's why this one's 2020.
Oh, well, okay.
We have
We'll
all the
see.
hindsight of all the later all those other reboots. So.
Hindsight is 2020, yes.
Okay, so I read a bunch of books, and I read a bunch of books yesterday, but then I bought them all, so I don't remember what they all are. So I'm just gonna talk about the ones that I do remember and are still can't come from last week, except for this one, because Strange Skies Over East Berlin. I never actually read it when it came out, but I'm sure we still have copies. But it was good, actually, and like I knew it would be good, and because people are still reading it also, so like it's still good, but I didn't read it when it came out, but I wanted to, so it actually is good.
So it's good, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that. The Marvel snapshots. You know how Marvel's and Marvel's X has those, that's like co-books, because they're all coming out at the same time, and they're all Alex Ross. And those have like nice Alex Ross covers. This one's a nice Alex Ross cover. But you know how they're also nice quality covers because they're like
that one's
cardstock?
That one's pretty flimsy.
So that kind of sucks.
I think they use Golden Age paper for the covers.
I feel like it because like the papers also feel kind of...
Yeah.
Or at least they're made to look like it. I just lost the page. So it's enamor.
Now don't ask me how to say the word. In armor is what I always say.
That's what he always says.
Narmer?
No, it's enamored.
Enamored.
Well, anyway, it's him and his blonde girlfriend whose name I've never known the name of because I've never really read Submariner. But it's the two of them are going to the to a carnival because she likes him. And also her brothers are back from war and they all got PTSD of some sort. And wait, what if Namor also has PTSD?
What?
And then there's a shark with like land shark shows up, but he's got like this giant like suit. And then he's got like a little like shark head or something on his chest. But he made the suit while the war was still going on, so if you take off the sticker, it's got a swastika on it.
It's got a swastika under the sticker.
And so then he got beat up because he had a swastika on. Not because he was land shark and like stealing and like killing people at a carnival. Or I guess it's like an amusement park actually, but... Anyway, there's this one really cool page where it's like comparing the fires from the torch, the Human Torch, to the fires of like the people dying in like Auschwitz and stuff.
Wow.
Except it's Bitburg, Germany. But it's a really cool page. Like it looks cool.
Interesting.
That's my favorite page.
Alright. There we go.
And then I read X-Ray Robot.
That one looks pretty good.
It's the All Reds. And it's cool. They're trying to build a robot that can go to a new dimension to prove that there are other dimensions. But something has happened that's awry, and we don't really know what it is. He goes through the suit, and this is not my beautiful wife. This is not my beautiful house. What is it? I don't remember the other ones.
This is not my beautiful.
I know that one.
The car. Letting the days go by, water flowing.
So yeah, that happens.
Same as it ever was. Video.
And then also we have the two covers. And if you have X-ray glasses at your home, then you can look at whether they look in X-ray. In 3D. 3D X-ray glasses. 3D glasses. I don't have... You had to have gotten those back in like the 50s.
They didn't.
In the back of a comic book.
They were in the 70s too, and they didn't work. They made everything kind of had a glow around the outside of it, so it made it look like you were looking kind of through something.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
It was a rip-off.
And then there's...
Just like Sea Monkeys were a rip-off.
Then there's the Spider-Woman. You can't really tell it's a Spider-Woman cover, but it's a Chip Kid cover. And then you open it up and it's like... So Spider-Woman, you know, she had that baby.
Spider baby.
If you forgot about that. So now she's got to get money to provide for herself and her kid and her boyfriend, I think he is. I don't know. I barely remembered she had a baby. So she's got to take this side job to make money. But she can't wear her regular costume. Because she's not doing... She's doing it for money now.
No.
So she can't... That's not heroic. So that's why she has this new outfit. Which looks like that.
So, okay.
Which is why it's a black costume.
Okay.
And so she does that job, and there's a cool ending kind of gross, but
Okay.
you gotta read it.
Read it. Alright. Khazar, the burning season. Woohoo! It's like there's a drought in the Savage Land, and a bunch of the tribes are making deals with companies from the outside world. And there's a tribe, a forgotten tribe, that doesn't like that idea. So they're trying to keep the other tribes from making these deals and trying to keep outsiders out of the Savage Land. And Khazar and Shauna and Zabu are caught in the middle. Curiously missing is their son, which I don't know whatever happened to him, but they have one somewhere. And it's a pretty cool little story. There's, dinosaurs in Savage Land, which, that's the cool thing. And it's $16.99, and we have 2 of them, so come buy one. Or both. Because we are open during this coronavirus crisis.
Maybe I was thinking dinosaurs for Commandy, because Khazar is basically Commandy.
Nah.
In my brain. I know they're not.
Really, no, they're kind of different. Because Khazar's not the last guy, right?
Yeah. But in my brain, they're the same.
That's okay. They're both blonde, long-haired dudes, so that's fine.
And George of the Jungle and Tarzan may as well also be the same.
Yeah. Pretty close. Pretty close, except none of them have a saber tooth like Khazar. And that's what sets him apart as the coolest.
He has a lightsaber?
Saber tooth. Tiger. See? He's got a pet saber
What if
tooth.
he had lightsaber teeth?
He's also got a red-headed wife. What if he had lightsaber
might
teeth?
As well be Sonya.
That's,
Or what is it? Jungle Girls?
Well,
What's that book?
Shauna was like way before that. The Frank Cho thing. Shauna was before that.
Okay, Riggs, you got anything else to say?
No, I just want you to go play your game.
Come here and say something.
But I already walked by you on the first take.
Okay.
When I did my famous walk.
But you didn't do anything in this
Famous
one.
walk.
Well, that's because
Famous
there's
walk.
nothing to do. See?
Talk about your new phone.
I got a new phone.
What have you been doing on it?
Hmm?
What have you been doing on it?
Watching videos with the Wi-Fi at Excalibur.
That he discovered existed.
Yes.
When did you learn about Wi-Fi?
You?
Yesterday.
You
When?
explained it yesterday. Actually.
What is it?
Oh, don't ask me that.
What is your
Something in the air that your phone sense, and it allows it to enter through a little hole in the back of the phone. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Oh, I shouldn't have touched you. You got the virus. Anyway, I'm within the 3 feet zone.
It's actually a 6-foot zone.
Well, you're already so close
Yeah,
to each other.
well.
It's too late. So much for playing your game.
We don't need to be tested.
So, yeah, there you go.
I'm okay with quarantine. I got Animal Crossing now.
I always notice, though, that you always have a book that you've read when you do the show with Olivia, but when you and I do the show, you never read anything, apparently.
No, I don't.
Isn't that funny?
That's
I
weird.
think you're scared of Olivia not to have a book that I've read.
You're right. I am terrified.
Oh, is it because Riggs won't have a book?
Yes.
Well, I don't. Well,
That's why I don't do it, because he doesn't have any. He doesn't read anything. So
Well, you
I
can
do,
still
too.
have a book.
I'm reading Deliverance.
Whenever I
you're
had
reading
Abby,
Deliverance.
Yeah, well, I found it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
when it was me and Abby, I made her read a book.
Id you?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
read the Rick and Morty, Pickle Rick.
Oh.
Found it in
Issue.
Thrifty Peanut. I couldn't believe it. I found it. And it's just like
Which
the
you didn't
movie.
think they'd have because it was from the 60s.
I
and
know.
That was
I
such a long time
didn't
ago.
think it would show up.
So-
but there it was.
Is it like a novel
It's a
before
novel.
the movie, or
Yeah,
is
was
it like an
written before-
adaptation
No,
from
it was
the
written
movie?
before the movie ever
Okay.
came out. But the guy that wrote the book's actually in the movie. He plays the sheriff.
Oh,
He had a big part.
okay.
His name's Dickie. That is his name.
Okay. I believe you.
Diggy. Head big.
Oh, he's got on the Beavis and Butthead mode. Okay, on that note, like, share, subscribe, comment.
Ring the bell.
Hit the bell for a notification every time I post a new video.
There we go. We're going to be open until they come and make us shut down. And even then, we'll still mail stuff out.
Yo,
So,
as long as they're still putting out comics, we'll still be
yes, we
further
will.
putting them out.
That's right. Into your little grubby hands.
From our grubby hands to yours. Okay, so
That's
that
right.
was that's the end of this episode of Excalibur CCG TV's comics. Keep
Keep washing your hands.
washing your hands. Bye.